Here we go for 50 laps. Here we go, off turn number 4, looking for green. Kenny Coe, Stephen Derwin, Scott Stovall looks him over. A walking pace green, we're off and racing. Kenny Coe brought him around slow and shooting around the outside briefly for the lead with Stephen Derwin, but Coe back on the inside off turn number 2. Down to backstretch, Justin Peak almost made it 3 wide. Inside line, the place to be. The outside stacks up behind Derwin. Give Coe the lead, Peak the second. Now some of the cars move back to the bottom, and moving up around the outside comes Jeff Wood. Look out, trouble out of turn 2. Everybody keeps going. Justin Peak around the outside of Kenny Coe, new race leader. Justin Peak, our new leader. More contact down to 1 and 2. Lots of scrambling back in the field, but everybody keeps going. Peak out front. Started to pull away, then slowed back up to the field. Justin Peak still with the lead over Kenny Coe. Derwin sitting third on an early charge. Flying up around the outside comes Sean Bonar in car 76. Bonar already in 4th and coming for more. Officer Tyler Clark works the outside as well. Daryl Nebel-Holtmeyer moving up through traffic. Tristan Crago heading for the pits. Peak with the race lead. Justin Peak, Sean Bonar, Kenny Coe. In third comes the 17 of Derwin, then the 19 of Jan Long. Fast qualifier still buried back in the field. Give a call to Frank Casagrande, getting the rear end replaced in the car. After a 48-second qualifying lap with the rear end broken, now running competitive lap time. Bonar closing in on Peak down the backstretch. They have a huge lead over the rest of the field. Kenny Coe in 36, Stephen Derwin in 17, side by side, stack up everybody behind him. Derwin again tries to come around the outside of Kenny Coe, but Coe strong in the middle of the corners, hangs on. Derwin starts to pull in front. Lots of dust being kicked up from both the race cars and the parking lot. Oh, you can almost smell something brewing back there around that 17 and 36 cars. The guys behind them starting to get antsy. Derwin clears the 36 of Kenny Coe for third. Now Coe fighting with Jeff Wood. Still it's Justin Peak with the race lead over Sean Bonar. Daryl Niebuhr-Holtmeyer heading for the pits in car number 3. And blowing up big time, the 3. And Niebuhr-Holtmeyer in the 3 car, looks like unloaded the entire radiator here on the front stretch. Jimmy Stovall, if you're here, remind me there's something I got to repeat to you later. Here they come, green flag out. That one broke the sound barriers that left the yard. Down the backstretch, still your leader is Justin Peak. Up right the outside of Sean Bonar. Justin Peak hangs on to the lead. Tristan Crago drops off to the pits. Look around the outside comes a 9 of Jake Hinton trying to pick up a bunch of spots. Hinton rolling around the outside in that Lincoln Continental. Jeremy Wallen back in the street stock for the first time in a long time. Runs 4th place in the Vandal machine. Look at Jake Hinton in the 9. He goes, I'll take the outside, just driving by everybody. Comes up on the number 17 at Derwin and is going to flash on by all the way up to third place. Everybody else bottled up on the bottom, and Jake Hinton just drives around the top. Now they all go side by side. Whoever lost a cell phone, your mom's calling. Sean Bonar to the outside of Justin Peak for the race lead. Justin Peak trying to hold on to the lead. Bonar tries to come around the outside. Justin Peak fights back on the 76 of Sean Bonar. David Molina, we found your cell phone and your mom called. Justin Peak, the leader. In second is Sean Bonar. Third is Jake Hinton. Jeremy Wallen sits fourth. And Alex Vonderow. Sean Bonar trying to come around the outside of Justin Peak once again. Point leader Ryan McIntyre buried back in the field as well. You can see the right side tires on the M80. He got a big piece of the wall on one of those restarts. Definitely has affected the handling. Justin Peak still hanging on to the lead. Bonar tries to come around the outside. Hinton sits there third. Then it's the 12 of Jeremy Wallen. Charges up the inside on Sean Bonar, trying to take away second place. 23 laps in, this time by for Justin Peak. Bonar might have a tire going down. Flat left front tire on Sean Bonar's number 76. Heads to the pit area. Tough break for Bonar. Not gonna be a big birthday present for his daughter. Coming to halfway this time, Justin Peak with the race lead. Second time this year he's carried that car this deep into the field for the lead, but now comes Jake Hinton diving to the bottom. He'll flash on by halfway. Put the Ford of Jake Hinton out in front. Peak charges back on the inside. Peak just flying through the middle of the corners, charging back on the inside of Hinton to turn 3 and 4. Hinton up high, down low comes Justin Peak. Peak retakes the lead. They get together into one. Hinton way up high. Peak down to the bottom. Wallen then third, then Vonderow and Perkins. Justin Peak refusing to let go of the lead. Fights back around Jake Hinton. Justin, look out, spin off turn number 4. It's point leader Ryan McIntyre. Green stays out, no problems. No caution as McIntyre goes around. Here's Hinton up the inside. Down the backstretch, the leaders tangle. Hinton goes for a ride over the top of the racetrack. Peak spins to the inside, caution out. David Molina, Kelly's now calling you. We've got your cell phone, David. Down to 11 cars. Jeremy Wallen. Alex Vonderow, Josh Perkins, Jeff Wood, Jan Long, Tyler Clark, Stephen Derwin, Kenny Coe. Green flag going to come out, and that's not going to stay. Jeremy Wallen with what's known as a jackrabbit restart. Caution out, now trouble as the 80 of McIntyre collects the 36 of Kenny Coe. Yellow flag out long after all that happened. Oh, and look at this on the restart. Vonderow and Wallen get together before they even come to green. And Wallen now with a flat left front tire. Looking to come back to green. Still got that front wheel drive race coming up. Here they come off turn 4, back to green. Josh Perkins drives around the outside of Alex Vonderow, takes over the race lead. Jan Long picks up 3rd place. Perkins in 46, Vonderow 11. Jan Long 3rd, Jeff Wood sits in 4th. Tyler Clark a top 5 run. Look out, Justin Peak way up near the wall, saves it. Josh Perkins has thoughts of getting back into this point fight. He's well down after missing an entire night of racing. Had an illness earlier this year, had to put somebody else in the car for a night. He's 2nd in points, leading Alex Vonderow. Jeremy Wallen in car 12 working his way back up through the field. Point leader Ryan McIntyre running 6th in car 80. Then the 12 of Vonderow behind him. 12 of Wallen make that behind the number 80 of McIntyre. Jan Long running in 3rd. Could use a good finish. Been a rough month of August for him so far. Here comes Wallen up on traffic. 78 of Peak comes flying in there. Gets a piece of Wallen off turn 4. Justin Peak in the 78 trying to run his way back up towards the front, as is the 12 of Jeremy Wallen. 2 cars that used to be up front now trying to work their way back forward. Still Josh Perkins with the race lead over Alex Vonderow. Josh Perkins, Alex Vonderow still 1st and 2nd. Jan Long 3rd, Jeff Wood 4th. The battle is 5th on back. The 6 of Clark, 80 McIntyre, 78 Peak, 12 Wallen. Having a battle royale back behind the top 4. Look out, Peak out of shape out of turn number 4, all over the track, saves it, loses it, saves it, loses it, finally saves it. I'm pretty sure that he got all the slalom gates as he came down the front stretch. No flags. Justin Peak with the lead. Make that Josh Perkins with the lead. Like Justin Peak can do that kind of slalom job over at the Coliseum, they'd give him a gold medal. On SCCA with that kind of slalom ability. Two-car battles around the racetrack. 3rd place, the 19 of Long and the 86 of Wood. Then 5th place, the 6 of Tyler Clark and the M80 of McIntyre. Wallen gets away from the 78 of Peak finally. 9 to go for the race leader, Josh Perkins, over Alex Vonderow. Jeremy Wallen coming up through the field. This next pass has some point implications. Trying to move by the M80 of McIntyre. That would take 5 points out of the pocket of McIntyre. Wallen works the outside of McIntyre for position off turn 4. Tyler Clark still 5th place, trying to hang on to a top 5 tonight. Jeff Wood in 4th. Perkins leads Vonderow. Jeremy Wallen picks up 6th. Slices to the inside on Tyler Clark for a top 5 perhaps. Peak again out of shape, comes down into the side of the 17 of Stephen Derwin. Jeremy Wallen picks up 5th. Jan Long hangs on to 3rd and is 19 ahead of the 86 of Jeff Wood. Justin Peak coming up to try to put a lap on the 36 of Kenny Coe. To the outside, sweeps around, clears that machine. Three to go for Josh Perkins up on lap traffic. The 29 of Marcus Method, the 17 of Stephen Derwin. Perkins in the lap traffic, slid a little high, and Vonderow almost able to take advantage. 2 laps to go for Josh Perkins, and now Alex Vonderow is right there again for the race lead. They clear the lap traffic. Jan Long 3rd, Jeff Wood 4th. Jeremy Wallen 5th place. Looks like Wallen's going to come up a bit short in his bid to take home 2 trophies tonight. Lap to go for Josh Perkins. Last year he came up 2nd on Hall of Fame night. A member of a Hall of Fame family. This would mean a lot to him. Down the backstretch of turn 3 and 4. Also going to make up a whole lot of points in the leader off turn 4. Checker flag in the air. The Hall of Fame 50 goes to Josh Perkins. Alex Vonderow comes through for 2nd. Watch that fight for 3rd off turn 4. Jan Long, Jeff Wood to the line. Give Jan Long a well-fought 3rd place. Jeff Wood 4th. Jeremy Wallen in 5th. Tyler Clark 6th. Ryan McIntyre 7th. And Justin Peak with more trouble on the last lap comes home 8th.
Race fans, if you are headed out of the track, once again, we want to thank you for coming out here on a beautiful Saturday night. Josh Perkins celebrating in victory lane. We'll get a word with him momentarily.